Hello, everybody. This is Queen Lenora. Of course, you know Miss Queen here. Okay, so I was talking to my husband about like what topic I should talk about, and he was like, "Well, why didn't you do donuts with me? Because we have a snowstorm here. Like it's just crazy." And so we went out there, and I got the blower, and my daughter had the shovel, and he had the rake, and we was cleaning out our driveway so it could be just crystal clear. And I was like, well, we need to try to get it because they're not gonna clean up our side streets at all. They're like, you guys is out of luck. So like, let's work on our own side streets. So my husband Chris got in the car and did some donuts, and he came up and like, you want to do it? And I'm like, no. And I was like, I'm just not into that. And he's like, cause I'm a country dude. You said country, right? Mm-hmm. Country, and I'm a city girl. And so city girls, well, not all city girls. I think a lot of girls would have loved to be in there with the donut. I'm just not into cars like that, and I'm not into donuts and racing, and it's not one of my things. So it doesn't like, woo, my daughter was happy. She hopped in the car, bloop, bloop, and she was happy. But, I was like, ugh. So do you think that, like, can start issues in a relationship? And I was like, no, because there's so many other things that we do together that we don't have to do everything that our partner does to still be connected. Me watching him do the donuts was just as exciting. Should have been. Was it good that I was still watching you, even though I didn't go in there?
I think you would have enjoyed the ride.
You think I would enjoy the ride more than I? And see, my nerves is like, what if you ski skirt and hit a car? Or that's what was in my area because we're on this block. If we was like in a big old field, I probably wouldn't have cared. But it's like my nerves is like this, and I didn't want to have my nerves like that in the car because he was having so much fun. I think if I would have got in the car, I would have ruined the fun of it.
Yeah. I think so too.
You think so too?
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't do it. And see, that's why he's not upset about it. Because I would have been like, wow, stop, you almost hit the car all day. And he had a good time. The neighbor was like, yeah, I know you did that before. And thank you. How much should I charge for watching? And he was cool. Everybody was cool with it. And so I was just sitting there like this, yeah. You go. But in a relationship, there's things that you're going to do that you don't want to do. And there's going to be things that you do that you like to do. But for me, it made it best that I sat back and watched while he enjoyed himself and then gave him his kudos when it came out and he enjoyed himself. The neighbors gave him kudos, and see, his wife was there as a support. As I might not have gotten in the car, I would have probably ruined the momentum, and we didn't want to do that. So sometimes you got to look at it that way. But can you sit down and watch your husband play video games or watch wrestling, basketball, football, things that you might not agree with? Yeah, you can do that for about an hour and sit there and chill and stuff like that. What made it easy for me to do like football games with Chris was I always, if he was picking his team, I would pick the opposite. And then I would root for the opposite, even though I don't know what they were doing. It just made it more motivational for me to stay watching it to see if my team was going to crush his team. And then he had me watching the game with him. And you guys be like, well, wouldn't it be good if you would have been on the same team? No, because I would have lost interest, because I didn't like football. My whole point was, is my team going to be his team? That was my whole point of watching it. So it depends on your mate, too. Don't do things that I do. It just depends on your mate. But spending time together and quality time together is good. Like, we all went outside to do the driveway. So my daughter had the shovel, my husband had the rake, and I had the blower, and I was blowing everybody. Everybody just got blown. So, but I was having a good time with that blower to get the stuff, the ice and all that off the things. So they would break it up and I would just, it was fun. So having fun with your family, your husband or your wife is great. And it could be fun even on things that you don't want to do. So I hope that was a good topic for you. Remember to love and live each day as if it were your last. Smooches!